When you catch as many fish as my mom does, you need a nice place to fillet them up for dinner. In this video, I built a simple fish cleaning station using only a circular saw and a drill. Before I started building anything, I used a program called Fusion 360 to make a quick model. This is a really complex design software that is totally overkill for this application, but it's something I've been learning lately. And the more projects I design in it, the more comfortable I get at doing more complex things. So this was a perfect example to do that. For this table, I'm using treated 2x4s and a material called StarBoard for the tabletop. I started the project by finding a decent place to work. Since I don't have the luxury of my shop, my workbench ended up being my dad's boat trailer. So I cut all the 2x4s down to the correct length using a square and a circular saw. The square acts as a straight edge and helps produce a nice straight cut. As I got all the different pieces cut to the correct size, I would lay them out in an orientation they would be assembled. I'm using pocket holes and screws to join all these pieces together. Instead of using typical pocket hole screws, I wanted something that would hold up better to the environment. Craig does make exterior screws. I found that exterior decking screws of the same length work just as good and are less expensive. Once I had all the pocket holes drilled in the legs and frame, it was time to start assembling. Building on the ground was a challenge, but at least it was a nice cement surface. I forgot to add the pocket holes that will attach the StarBoard tabletop before I assembled the legs together. Luckily, I caught this before I assembled the entire frame together, so I avoided having to take anything completely apart. Okay, now that we have the legs and frame built, I needed to add some bottom leg supports. I added bottom supports to 3 sides, leaving the front open. This way you can slide things under the table easily and have access to the underneath the table. The last thing to do is attach the StarBoard to the frame. Since we pre-drilled these pocket holes, we could avoid drilling through the tabletop. That way we're left with a surface that is perfectly flat and doesn't have any holes in it. If we would have drilled through the face of the tabletop, that would have been an easy way for water and fish guts to get in those holes, and no one wants that. StarBoard is a unique marine-grade polyethylene product that is really common in the marine industry, in boats and that type of thing. Now it's time for us to move this table into place. We built it specific for this location. This spot is in the shade in the afternoon when the table will be used most. That way you can get out of the South Florida sun after a long day on the boat. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that's to go catch some fish.